Hey, what's going on? Appreciate you stopping in. If this video is at all informative to you, a thumbs up is appreciated. And hey, while you're here, go ahead, hit subscribe real quick so you don't miss out on any of my daily Jets practice recap videos. Now, as we head into this 2022 season, Jets fans have talked about lots of players that could be potential X factors or breakout stars, difference makers in the 2022 season, and it's familiar names. Will Zach and Elijah pop in year two? Will Quinnen break out and get the bag? We're excited to have Becton and Lawson back at tackle and edge, respectively, and of course the touted 2022 rookie draft class. But there's two players to me that are X factors to this Jets season that aren't getting discussed enough. And the first one is guard Alijah Vera-Tucker. And here's what Jets insider Robbie Sabo had to say about him when he was on the Jake Asman show. Let's take a listen.
So in my opinion, I think AVT is the most talented player on offense, or best player right now. You know, if you mix in everything, potential, talent, where he's at right now, etc.
And when I first heard that, I thought, I don't know, our best player on offense, it's got to be one of these players who does something sexy, like score touchdowns. Elijah, Breece, Garrett. Or maybe on the offensive line, what about our other guard, one of the highest paid in the league, Laken Tomlinson, been doing it for a decade? Or what about the freak show at tackle, Mekhi Becton, 6'7", 360 pounds with some wiggle? But why not Alijah Vera-Tucker? Alijah Vera-Tucker was a consensus top 15, 20 prospect in his draft class, and the Jets spent, by trading up to the 13th overall pick and spending 2 third-rounders, they spent what was equivalent to the number 8 overall pick in the draft to come up and get this young man. 9.83 raw athletic score. Alijah Vera-Tucker's ceiling at guard is as high as any player on this Jets roster at their respective position, period, point blank. What an investment. What a statement for your young quarterback. How many years do we throw darts in the middle rounds? Dakota Dozier, Brian Winters, just trying to find a guard. You just stick a body in there. And we wonder why our offensive line is a failure. So, give me AVT, boom, for a decade. What else do we need? Because that problem solved. He was a grown man in the run game immediately. Pass production got better as the year went on. And if Robbie Sabo says he's the best player on the team, or on the offense at least, I love that. That bodes just as well for Zach Wilson as if the answer were Elijah Moore. Love it. Now, my second answer might surprise you. There's somebody on this Jets defense also playing in the trenches that I think their play is going to determine a lot about how well we can improve the weak part of our defense, the weakest part last year, the run defense, and that is defensive tackle Sheldon Rankins. I don't want to point and blame one player for what was an overall anemic unit last year on defense, but Sheldon Rankins, when it comes to the run, he was the biggest culprit. This is per Jets X Factor, Michael Nania. Sheldon Rankins had a 16.7 missed tackle rate that is nearly double the league average of defensive tackles. Michael Nania also graded Sheldon Rankins as 73rd out of 74 interior defensive linemen who played at least 200 snaps against the run. And Michael Nania, he watches the film. In the description below, you can see the little clip he put together on Jets X Factor of Sheldon Rankins just getting blown off the ball for 40 straight seconds. Just play after play after play. Gap integrity was a problem, and holding his ground was a problem. So how do we fix this? Well, honestly, to me, when I watched Sheldon Rankins in that clip, I didn't see an athlete that wasn't strong or athletic enough to play the run. Honestly, I saw someone who was tired and either didn't have the effort, the discipline, or the conditioning to play the run well for the number of snaps he was asked to play. Sheldon Rankins played the second most number of snaps of any Jets defensive lineman last year. And I'm picking him not just to blame him, but because I know he can do better. Okay? I'm not putting Nathan Shepard as an X factor. I don't think he can do much better. Sheldon Rankins is a proven pro in this league. He's 28 years old. He's got no guaranteed money left on his contract. Maybe his last chance to squeeze out a nice multi-year deal. And I'm expecting him to step up. He's never going to be great against the run. Rushing the passer is his forte. But if he can approach average in run defense, that's going to change a ton. And with the pass rush we have, the corners we have, the run defense is the big question. So those are my 2 X factors. Protect your quarterback and make sure we don't get the ball run down our throat. Subscribe if you're new. We'll talk ball soon.